Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. Where's the George Floyd bill? Where is it? All I see now on social media, all I see now uh, uh, in traditional media is all this talk about voting rights, voting rights, which we need. I told you, I want the George Floyd bill. I want the John Lewis bill for voting rights. Okay, I want both of those. The people want both of those. The people elected your motherfucking ass to deliver both of those and more. But the George Floyd bill, y'all let that shit die. When negotiations broke down with the Republicans who didn't give a fuck about that bill in the first place, we knew that. Because all they do is kiss ass to the police unions, which they don't give a fuck about policemen either. And I would hope that the real ones in law enforcement see that. Those motherfuckers don't give a fuck about y'all, because if they did, they would pay y'all properly. Okay? But they do a great job of acting like they fuck with y'all. Just like the Democratic Party does a great job of acting like they fuck with black folks. So I knew the Republicans wasn't finna do shit on the George Floyd bill, but y'all motherfucking Democrats, particularly Joe Biden. So you sit up here and try to tell folks that they should vote for you because you can reach across the aisle and get some of those Republican votes, that you can get these moderate Democrats like Manchin and send them a motherfucking ass. But look at you now. Look at you now. These Republicans don't give a fuck about you now. They don't hate you as much as they did Obama because you're not black. Okay? But they definitely don't fuck with you. They were saying, fuck Joe Biden at football games and NASCAR events. So much so, they got a code for that shit now. They ain't even got to say fuck Joe Biden. It's let's go Brandon, which was fucking crazy. I don't know how in the hell that reporter thought at that event that somebody was saying, let's go Brandon. Fuck wrong. Anyway, they don't fuck with you. You lied. I knew you were lying. That's why I ain't vote for your motherfucking ass in the primary. Because I knew you were lying. Them folks, this is warfare right now. And them folks weren't trying to reach across no aisle and fuck with you on none of this shit you were talking about. But that's what you said. You claim you was such a moderate. You're not a leftist like Bernie Sanders. So you could get shit done. Where the fuck is it then? In 2020, the world saw a man get lynched for 9 minutes. The world except for me. I ain't watched that shit. I didn't watch that shit. I don't need to watch that shit. I know what the fuck happened. That kind of shit would have put me in a mind state that I didn't need to be in. I'll just leave it at that. And I was nearly George Floyd my damn self. So that probably would have sparked some of my trauma. But the world saw it. The rest of the world saw it. Shit, you saw it. Nancy Pelosi, you saw it. Shit, y'all motherfuckers were down there kneeling and shit with your kente cloth on. Y'all saw it. Then y'all want to give us the Juneteenth. Something we fucking been celebrating without your ass. Hell, I was in college and performed at a Juneteenth celebration. My hometown been throwing Juneteenth celebrations for the longest, since these sisters, these local activists, been putting this shit on. We ain't need no federal motherfucker to tell us to celebrate that. We needed your ass to pass some serious police reform legislation. That's what your ass was supposed to do. But when the negotiations broke down, y'all ass ain't said shit else about it. But you're talking about this voting rights shit, not for the people, for real, for real. You're talking about that shit because black folks and Hispanic folks can't go out and vote for real, for real. Your ass is grass and you're gone. The Republicans gonna dominate everything, just like they've been dominating these motherfucking state houses. So your ass is pushing voting rights, trying to protect yourself. You don't give a fuck about us. If you gave us the damn George Floyd bill, if y'all did something to appropriate federal dollars to our communities that have been devastated by years of systemic racial discrimination, you wouldn't have to be doing all this shit about voting rights, because we'll be pounding the motherfucking pavement for your ass. I know I would. Let me just speak for myself. I know I would. But since y'all just want to act like y'all didn't see a man get lynched, since y'all just want to act like that shit never happened, nobody will talk about that no more. Since all that energy that y'all had and all these corporations had and shit like that, I remember after it happened, I went to Chick-fil-A not Chick-fil-A, Raising Cane's, and they had a big sign out there that I guess the CEO was sitting there with Dr. King's son. Get on Madden and shit. One of the Maddens I had in the past, shit, they didn't even have Kaepernick on the motherfucking game. Come back, they got not only Kaepernick on the game, shit, they got a kneeling celebration on that bitch now. Yeah, they got a message on there talking about their commitment to social change and shit. Everybody did these performative gestures and shit. All these folks with these performative gestures, these sports leagues with these performative gestures, and putting all this shit on your jerseys in the NBA, and putting all this shit on the court in the NBA, and all this motherfucking shit in the NFL, putting this shit on the motherfucking helmets and in the end zones, and got Jay-Z bringing black folks to do the halftime show and all this shit. All these performative gestures, but motherfucker, where's the real legislation? Where is it? Last time I read something about it, they say shit, police shootings and police violence in general has increased. Increased since George Floyd was lynched. Fuck y'all talking about, man. Where is it? Where is it? Okay? See, y'all motherfuckers think shit sweet, but it ain't. Motherfuckers are tired. Tired of this shit. It's 2022, and we got we got to try to not we fuck out. I see a lot of my people online declaring to the Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell that I am American. Black, because he said that bullshit the other day, basically implying that black folks ain't like true Americans and shit. That's what we are in 2022. We saying, still trying to convince motherfuckers that we matter and that we're American. Motherfuckers like me are tired. You understand? The great Mississippian, the great American, Fannie Lou Hamer once said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. That shit still stands true. But I ain't one of these motherfuckers that just finna sit by and say nothing when I see what y'all doing. I see the play. I see the voting rights push. I see what you're doing. You're just being selfish with that. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose your power, because you know if you lose that House of Representatives, you lose all those committees. All those committees that y'all over right now, all that shit done. This whole January 6th committee that y'all been running this whole time, that shit done. And then they gonna start investigating y'all Democrats' ass. When the Republicans take that shit back over, they gonna start investigating your motherfucking ass. They gonna start on all their pet projects, like getting rid of CRT, the boogeyman, critical race theory. Oh, we can have that in our schools and make our kids uncomfortable on it. Man, what the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Look at what we've gotten. This man got lynched, and the backlash has been way more massive than the protest that happened after he got lynched. Think about this, because this is what I'm saying. Yes, the protest in the immediate aftermath was global. Motherfuckers were out in the streets. Some shit even got burned down. Had me fooled. I was like, shit, we here. We finally finna be a revolution for the good. You know what I'm saying? It's finna be some shit finna change. Had me fooled. But like I said in a video I've been published, kind of like when ants, you run over, you ever mow your yard and you run over an ant bed, you know, all the ants run out and start raising hell and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they raising hell, but they can't do shit to you. You know, you big as fucking, you just move on. And you just leave them to raise hell. And they rebuild their little ant hill and shit like that. And they go back in there until the next week when you come cut your grass again, you run back over their motherfucking ass. That's how it is for black folks in this country. We're gonna come out, we're gonna raise all kind of hell. Then we're gonna rebuild and just shut the fuck up again until the next time. So that's what happened. But on the other side, all these fuck boys and these bras, what they did, they wasn't as loud at the time, but they were standing back and peeping game, and they were loading up. They were loading up. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't find no ammunition for my motherfucking weapons at that time. They were loading up, and they were strategizing. And slowly but surely, look what they started doing. They start passing all these anti-voting laws and shit, and they start goddamn planning that January 6th coup attempt. In plain sight, all this shit was on social media. Hey, I knew what the fuck was finna happen. Start doing all this shit. Backlash, and they started this whole anti-CRT shit and anti-1619 project and all that kind of shit. So yeah, their shit was not on TV and burning down shit and all this marching and all that shit like that for real. But they've been gradual and they've been consistently doing shit. And what we got Juneteenth. Corporations gonna capitalize off that shit. They gonna get your ass Juneteenth sales and all that kind of shit. That's what they gonna do. Shit, our basketball players don't even talk about that shit no more. Hell, they cool. They back to making their money. They don't get no fuck. These football players, shit, they cool. They getting their money. They don't get no fuck. Joe Biden, he in there. He got a chance to say he became president. He don't get no fuck. If you do, sir, throw the weight of the presidency behind this bill. You did a big address about voting rights. Throw the weight of the presidency behind reforming this motherfucking shit. You went out of your way to try to show that you're tough on crime and that you're not for defunding the police and all that kind of shit. Be tough on reform. Be tough on bad cops. The ones who out there doing this fuck shit and the ones who won't snitch on these motherfuckers doing this fuck shit. Pay these motherfuckers more so we attract better people to law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? So they can have better training. So they won't be out here scared as fuck. You don't need these scary ass motherfuckers to be no police. You don't need these racist ass motherfuckers to be no police. And see, I'm an education advocate. Y'all know I say pay teachers 100 grand. They ain't the only motherfuckers that's underpaid. But see, teachers are not only underpaid, teachers are also underappreciated. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't motherfuckers don't even really try to fake it with teachers. Like America just you just know we the butt teachers, the butt of jokes and shit. Yo, you know teachers underpaid. At least cops and military motherfuckers, at least America fake like they fuck with them. Even though they sending our soldiers off to die for fuck shit, you know what I'm saying? And they got police out here risking their lives and all kind of shit for little or nothing and working unless you rising up through the ranks and all that kind of shit. You ain't really making no money and your hours fucked up and all that kind of shit. You know, at least they give you free stuff at this place, or you get a police discount here. You get a parking space and shit. Like, they'll fake it. You know what I'm saying? They'll fake it. They're there for teachers. But I'm telling you, law enforcement officers, they don't fuck with you either. You ought to be down with me. You ought to want the George Floyd bill. Because if I was part of it, if I was writing this legislation, it would include more money for y'all. I wouldn't say defund that motherfucker. I would say y'all need more money and get the fuck boys out of there. Increase the requirements, increase the amount of time to train these motherfuckers, make sure they have conflict resolution training that is to the team, make sure that psychologists are helping them with that, make sure that they are culturally sensitive to the area that they are policing. All that shit needs to be done. And so we're going to increase the rigor, increase the pay. And those fuck boys and bitches that can't goddamn stand up to the rigor, those fuck boys and bitches that want to be on that white supremacist shit, or just want, if you, whatever color you are, you're a dumbass motherfucker. If you can't handle it, can't be a cop. You don't deserve that money. That should be in there. That should be in that George Floyd bill. And anybody with some sense shouldn't have no problem with that. But we see the president doesn't want to really put his weight behind that because he doesn't want to piss off these white supremacists. He don't want that. They know his presidency be ruined. He don't want to piss them off. Saw the same thing from President Obama. But we know in this country, as the first black president, we knew he was going to have to be on some Jackie Robinson shit. We knew that. He wasn't going to be Ali. He was going to be Jackie Robinson. He was going to be Joe Louis. That's what he was going to be. He wasn't going to be Ali or Jack Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Now, for those of y'all that don't know from the sports world, Jackie Robinson was an incredible athlete now. Incredible athlete. But they say there were other players from the Negro Leagues that were better than Jackie. But they didn't have the temperament to go and deal with that fuck shit like Jackie. You know what I'm saying? And Jackie didn't really want to deal with that fuck shit either. But you know, he knew, damn, if I respond the way I want to respond, I'm gonna fuck it up for the rest of my people. You know what I'm saying? Joe Louis. Joe Louis didn't brag, boast, you know what I'm saying? He didn't stand over his white opponents that he knocked out. You know what I'm saying? He was fucking white women, but he wouldn't be photographed with white women. You know what I'm saying? He want to piss off white folk. You know what I'm saying? So allow Joe to become an American hero. That's how Obama was. No drama, Obama. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say anything to really piss people off. You know what I'm saying? Just going to keep it even keel. But Joe Biden, what would you? You're an old white man. You can afford to piss some motherfuckers off. You can afford to shake some shit up. But you take pride in not being Bernie Sanders. You take pride in that shit. You look down on motherfuckers in your party like AOC who willing to shake shit up. You think they're extreme. And you want to kiss the ass of the moderates who are shitting on you, who fucking up your presidency. I can't tell who more powerful right now when it comes to legislation. The president of the United States or motherfucking Joe Manchin from West Virginia. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? We ain't taking this shit lying down, dog. You want our support? Do something. You want our support? Do something, motherfucker. And I'm going to issue this to the Republican Party. If y'all really want to fuck up some shit, put aside that white supremacy. Like, I ain't saying that every member of the Republican Party is a white supremacist. This is what I'm saying, and they know what's up. Put aside the Southern strategy that was initially implemented by Barry Goldwater and worked on by Richard Nixon and then damn perfected by Ronald Reagan. Though all those disaffected racist motherfuckers down here in my neck of the woods in the South and really throughout the country who are against civil rights legislation in the 60s and shit like that. All those former Democrats, you know what I'm saying? All these white folks that really depend on government assistance as well. Those who, without the federal government, they'll be fucked up as well, but they vote Republican because of race and shit like that. Y'all know those ones, Republican Party, okay? Leave that fucking strategy alone. And y'all get down with the George Floyd bill. Y'all get down with voting rights. Y'all get down with reparations for slavery and segregation. Get down with those things and watch y'all be competitive with black people. Because black people are hella conservative when it comes to social issues. I know a lot of black people that are pro-life. I know a lot of black people that are pro-gun. I know a lot of them. Okay? A lot of my former students, when I would teach them about political ideologies and shit like that, and I put the stuff on the board for them and stuff like that. My class really was split on a lot of issues that I just named. But you can't expect the people to vote for a party who clearly is on some anti-black shit. I don't give a fuck what Kanye West talking about. He don't read, he don't pay attention to shit. They been Trump anti-black, anti-Hispanic. That was his whole motherfucking image. Any one of them Republicans would have gave those tax cuts. Any one of those Republicans would have goddamn nominated those conservative judges. His whole thing, what made him stand out, as he was willing to be very open and honest about his racism, calling Barack Obama an illegitimate president and saying that Hispanics are fucking thugs and rapists, and maybe some of them are good people, and black people, what the hell what do you have to lose, and all that kind of shit. That's what motherfuckers loved about him. I'm telling you, Republican Party, put that shit aside and get down with some shit that really should be uh just common sense policies. Whether it's the police reform bill, it'll be better for the police. Imagine us having a country where all of our citizens feel like white people do about the police. Feel like the police are here to protect and serve. Imagine how police would feel. They wouldn't have to feel antsy in certain communities. They wouldn't have a certain segment of the population that feel like they're pigs or feel like fuck them and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And we got good cops in here, and we really be like, yeah, I'm thankful for those motherfuckers. They would love their jobs. That would help morale. I think they would love more pay, don't you? You know what I'm saying? Y'all should get down with that. Y'all should go down with voting rights. Give everybody a fair shot to compete. You're all about competition, right? That's the key to capitalism. It's competition. Competition drives the market, right? The electorate is the marketplace. You should give every consumer the opportunity to select the product they want, aka the politician they want. I should be down with that. Shit, y'all should be down with reparations. Y'all know what the fuck happened to us. Y'all know the effects still fucking with us. And y'all know what it'll do to our economy. When you got a certain group of people in your nation that has such a large wealth gap compared to another group in the nation, that would be an economic stimulus to provide funds to that disadvantaged group. That would be an economic stimulus. Think about the businesses that motherfuckers. Well, I'm already a businessman, but shit, that would help my businesses. And then I would create jobs for other people. Now imagine other motherfuckers like me. You start clearing a lot of these welfare rolls then. Start clearing a lot of these Medicaid rolls then. Y'all should be down with this. And then ultimately they'll put some pressure on the fucking Democrats who feel like they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do with black people. Obviously. They feel like they can just do whatever the fuck they want. Kind of like an abusive man who feel like he can do a woman any kind of way because he think don't nobody else want her. He got a woman, he just dog her out, but he say don't nobody else want you, so you ain't going nowhere. That's how Democrats be trying to treat black people. Because they know the Republicans don't want us. I don't give a fuck about Ben Carson and what's the Candace Owens and all them. 10% of black folk be voting Republican. If 50% of black folks voted Republican, a lot of them white supremacists in the party be mad as hell. Like when they had the black man that was over the RNC. Forgot that motherfucker's name. It slipped my mind right now. You know what I'm saying? I got a picture of him on the screen right now. Y'all see this something. Man, they raised hell when that man was over the RNC. They ain't like that shit. They did not like that shit because so many in the party still on that white supremacist bullshit. Leave that aside. Get rid of it. And then you'll truly compete for black people. You'll truly compete for Hispanics. And then we can have a real marketplace of ideas where race is not was clouding everybody's judgment. And we can just focus on the ideas. That'd be a wonderful country. Get that a shot. But until then, Joe Biden, President of the United States, Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Chuck Schumer, Senate Majority Leader, pass the George Floyd bill. Pass the George Floyd bill. Get that done, then see what we do for you in terms of pushing for voting rights legislation. See how we turn up for y'all in the midterm elections in November. Don't pass the George Floyd bill and see if y'all keep y'all power. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTeesLLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.